says there is, but there isn't. Alright.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. The great wave of Buddhism follows you, Shikan of Japan,
Taoism.
Hojo Tokimun. Your people truly understand what it is to practice balance, and even your finest samurai will be well learned and spiritually apt. Be strong, embrace the divine wind, and you will reach enlightenment.
That's what we're going for, actually, is an enlightened victory here. So, all districts receive an additional standard adjacency bonus for being adjacent to another district. Okay. Why are we playing Pangea as opposed to non-Pangea? Because we are much more interested in interactions. So, the island stuff, we played a couple island games, and I found them a little tedious at the start. Not a lot to do, a lot of just hitting next turn, so this is a little bit more. Yes, the narrator is Sean Bean. Is it Beam or Bean? Is it N or M? I don't know. I thought it was an N. I thought it was literally Sean Bean, but I might be wrong. Okay. How does Civ 6 compare to Civ 5? Man, summarize the entire experience in 5 words or less. I don't know, man. It's different. All right, for me, let's take a look at yield icons. What the hell is this? This is coffee. I haven't had coffee as a start. That's jade. Culture on both of those. That's kind of interesting. We are flat again, but we're in grassland, so it doesn't matter. If we move, these are grassland hills. See these 2-1 tiles? These are grassland hills. Grassland hills are really good in the late game because they still give the food yield and they give a shit ton of production on top of it. I really like grassland starts, but there are no hills to move to in a grassland start. We have our stone over here. We could settle on that. That actually is a hill in there. But my point being, actually, I think if we settle on stone, it might remove the bonus resource and it might only give us 1 yield. Do you guys want to see if we settle on stone if we lose the yield? I'm really kind of curious about this. Let's check that real quick. All right. All right, so we're just going to scoot over here and fortify and settle. I want to see if we lose the yield or not. If it becomes a 2-1 or 2-2, if we keep the bonus resource yield on this. Actually, we do keep the bonus resource yield. Okay, interesting. All right. Got if I want to hear it again.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far.
Isn't it unfair that I have a head start when the game comes out versus my multiplayer partners?
From this early
Isn't it unfair that they're playing with me in the first place?
towards the stars.
I mean, we just have an inherent advantage as it is.
Follows you, Shikan of Japan, Hojo Tokimun. Your people truly understand what it is to practice balance, and even your finest samurai will be well learned and spiritually apt. Be strong.
Probably good voice actors aren't very quick because they're speaking for profundity and clarity and things like this. But I do wish he would speak slightly faster, or rather, I wish the game would load slightly faster. Oh man, let's take a look. What do we want? So, unfortunately, we did see gypsum down here. We have to just pretend we didn't see that because the goal is not to cheese our start, but rather to get a look around. So where would we settle this? I probably would move at least 1 tile east. I mean, I keep this production tile, I do lose this growth tile, but I pick up the cocoa immediately and pick up second cocoa a little bit closer. We would put this further away. We lose our gypsum, but we don't know about the gypsum, it's a secret. So perhaps we just scoot east. You want to move to the hill west? There's no point in settling on a grassland hill. Settling to a grassland hill, I mean, the only advantage to moving west would be put this mountain closer and we get more mountain bonuses off of things that have mountain bonuses, which I believe are campuses and holy sites, right? Settling on the grassland hill gives us the same yield as settling on the grassland not hill. So I don't think there's any point to that. I'm actually tempted to scoot east. Gives us another 2-2 tile immediately, which is probably my favorite working tile right now. Alright, yeah, I'm going to scoot over. And I'm going to settle here. Alright, we put coast a little bit closer than I perhaps wanted, but okay. Let's go ahead and manage citizens, and no, we don't care about gold. This is not something we care about. Question is, do I want to grow? I wish it updated the number of turns. It updates here, but doesn't upgrade there, so I got to look. So this is 4 turns till growth, but I lose 8 hammers during that time period. Or I get 8 hammers. No, let's get 8 hammers. Alright, let's grab a scout. We've already moved the warrior. Set up our tech. What do we have for techs that we care about? We're going to care about irrigation here. We're going to care about irrigation here. Care about mining here. And other than that, there's another mountain over here. I don't care about all that much besides that. I have no pasture resources. I will get a bonus farm resource off farming the rice. So right here in irrigation, irrigation is the tech that allows me to make plantations. Plantations are the tech that allow me to improve cocoa and coffee. Irrigation has a eureka moment to boost it, so I get 50% of the science for getting irrigation by farming a resource. And it's really specific here. You got to watch the wording on these eureka moments. Farm a resource means literally that. Farm a resource. Not farm a grassland tile. I won't get any benefit. It has to farm a bonus resource. The only bonus resource that I can farm here is rice. So we will actually get that bonus if we go for it. So although mining would be useful for that other one, I have 2 priorities in the early game right now. Get a couple archers out to deal with barbarians, and start getting my luxuries online for settling. So something like pottery, animal husbandry, maybe animal husbandry, pottery, archery, irrigation. Something like that is really what we're going to want to go for here, I think. And maybe even sooner on that, because the other thing that I have to consider is over here. On the civics tree, there's 2 early boosts you can get. The first is discover a new continent. You're going to do that with scouting. The second is improve 3 tiles. Improve 3 tiles means you need an entire builder used, and you want to be building tiles that are actually going to help you in the early game. And improving that would be good. Improving the stone would be good. And improving one of these would be pretty good. We don't even have to improve those. We don't have to tech for that right now. We could do 3 improvements that don't include these at all, which would be quarry, rice, and maybe the jade. In which case, maybe we don't want this. Maybe we want, maybe we actually want mining into archery. Alright. Talked myself out of it. So, seems expansions are good for 3 pot. I don't know. Yeah. Are horses revealed from the get-go? I think yes. Let's just double check. Yeah. So deer are now a +1 gold improvement. I always forget that. Every time I improve deer, I'm disappointed because I'm expecting to get 1 hammer and I get 1 gold. So the only pastures I really give a shit about in the early game are cattle, sheep, and horses because that's +1 production. Alright, let's get going. Don't have all day. Oh wait, we do have all day. Alright, let's scoot west. It's a hill, we get a little bit more sight. We have some shiny. Shiny! Does it drop my frame rate to show shiny? No. That's good. I did fuck with some settings. It should be a little bit more stable today, and if it isn't, we know what to adjust to make it more stable afterwards. Jade becomes a 2-1-1, yeah. So 2 food, 1 hammer, and 1 culture, which doesn't seem bad. What do I think about settling on coffee? Well, I think it is rough terrains. I think it's rainforest, so it would have taken... It's not, though. It says grassland. I don't know if this counts as rough terrain or not. It may have taken a full turn to move there. Settling on coffee would have been nice for the luxury improvement, but we're not going to get either of these 2 tiles early. We'd have to buy one of them relatively soon. We get the 3-0 tile. It feels weaker to me from just an immediate tile perspective, and a lot of times when I'm settling cities, the immediate tile stuff is really, really relevant. No Golden Age. Diplomatic overview? Not really. Where do we want to go? There's another river over there. Do we want to go here? Yeah, let's see across the river. Okay. There's a city-state there. There's city-states white. I think this is a military city-state, which gives us production towards units, which is super good in the early game, considering we're going to build something like Scout Worker. And I'm pretty sure towards units counts for workers. Hello, Preslav. Military city-state with 2 production in the capital and producing units. Influenced by us, which Cole tells me I don't have to look at that. I do remember. So there we go. Alright. What do they want? Send them a trade route. That's doable too. Alright, so we should be getting a production bonus immediately towards our scout. Yes! Doesn't say it actually, but hopefully. Sam donates $10. There's a congrats on Civ 6. Here's some loot to help with the legal fees when Phyrexis comes after you. Please rename. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the rename feature too. So, Alright. Thanks, Sam. First scout out. Let's see if... oh, already a barbarian scouting us. I'm less thrilled about that. This means there's going to be a camp down here. As I said, sometimes... Last game we got pretty lucky in terms of barbarians. Let's get a few more tiles on the warrior. Let's go north with the scout. Goody hut. I want a second scout. And I want to see if we're getting that friggin' bonus. 3 from work tiles, 2 from buildings. 5% from this. That's 5.3. Why do I feel like we're not getting our military bonus? This is producing units in the capital. This is the capital. It's producing units. Give me units. The thing is, the Civ 6 tooltips don't upgrade us. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's there. It's just not updated. I wonder if we were getting the production on the turn or if it takes a turn to kick in. Let the AI live. Yeah. Another goody hut. Boosted towards early empire. That's a great one to get boosted. That's the grow to at least 6 pop. That's a hard one to do in the early game. If you're not immediately expanding and then growing in 2 cities or delaying expansion super late and expanding in no cities to begin with. Alright. The game feels darker, this game. I wonder if it's just the grassland versus the plains, but maybe, I mean, I did adjust some graphics settings. I actually turned them up. Yeah, run high for all this shit. Except animated leaders, because I don't trust the animated leaders. Bastards. So, it feels darker, though. The game feels less bright. So. Oh, is it nighttime? I don't think so. But it feels that way a little bit. Can zoom in nice and close. Maybe the jungle is dark and scary. Alright, citizens, where did it grow to? The 2-2 tile. Look at that. Look at it working. Look at the governor actually doing what I want it to do. That's fantastic. I'm pleased with that. We should check. So what we need to do... It's going to be tough to check, though, because of overflow mechanic. If the overflow mechanic exists in this game, what we need to do is build something, finish it, build one turn into something else, then switch over to a new something, so there's no overflow, and then count the number of the hammers it says it costs, and count the number of turns it takes, and then look at the overflow for the next one. It's going to be a little bit painful to do this. There's no direct indicator of the production towards something, right? Or is there? No, I don't see direct production in there. Alright. Hey, bird. I can adjust the time of day. Where? 11:30 a.m. is the time of day it says it's in here. Oh, that's pretty bright at 11:30 a.m. Alright. Oh, does it get brighter though? Look at that. Let's put 2:44. That's the best time. It's 2:44. It got brighter. I like it. That is kind of cool though. That's neat. There's no strategy for scouting? Yes, there is. There's very much a strategy for scouting. There's always a strategy for scouting. We can talk about it, in fact. So, what you have to be aware of in Civ 5, the restrictions, the limits on movement for scouting, and particularly with non-scout units, were hills. Because it takes more movement to go up a hill than it does to go anywhere else. And what you wanted to do is end your turn on hills, so you can move one tile and then end on a hill. Move one tile, end on a hill. And that lets you maximize the amount of movement and the ground you're covering for your action points. It's similar here, except the blocking unit...
have returned.
Welcome back, DJ Furball. The limiting factor for scouting in Civ 6 is rivers. So you want to end turns adjacent to rivers so that or end your actions adjacent to rivers so you can cross them. So you want to do as many actions as you can before it's ending next to a river so you can cross the river and move on. So, uncheck animated day and night. All right.
Welcome back. Your steadfast loyalty is greatly appreciated.
Frazier of the Night, 6 months in a row. Thank you very much for the resub. All right. And have we done our actions this turn? Yeah, we're taking our sweet time with these early game moves here. What do we get for the tribal village?
When you find yourself in a hole, quit digging.
Alright, we got the inspiration. Alright. Goody hut, 40 gold. What a ripoff. Dude, even the grassland's shiny. Oh, it's the river. River's shiny. Alright. Where are we going? This is, I believe, a 3 movement tile. If we move into either of these tiles, we're totally zone controlled. But I do want to go east. I don't want to be attacked by a barbarian spearman, so we're going to move one tile east. That's the border of a player. It looks like Spain, I think. It's a kind of annoying one to have because he's got religious intentions. Okay.
No somos Felipe, rey de España y Portugal.
Welcome back.
Por encima
Your
de todo,
steadfast
somos
loyalty
fieles
is
devotos de
greatly
la única y
appreciated.
verdadera.
Alright. Oh, how are the frame... Fuck, I didn't have it open. How are the frame rate on that? It didn't seem to drop for me. It seemed to be totally stable. And I'll tell you about that in a minute, because it really annoyed me. Alright. We'd love to sample your hospitality. Rating has been boosted. Scout out. On a Terra, 8 months in a row. Thank you very much for the resub. So, okay, you guys remember yesterday we were lagging like shit every time we had this interaction with one of these people, right? So you know what I did? So I'm like, okay, there's some problems here. So I went back and had a look. So I moved the settings backwards, right? So I basically went, okay, what's first things first? If I disable interactions entirely, how do we do? Disable interactions entirely, no frame loss, right? So I'm doing this at home now. I'm streaming to a test account, so it's live streaming. It's still encoding, so all this stuff, I have plenty of browser windows open. I'm trying to replicate settings like I have in stream, right? So I'm like, okay, if I remove it entirely, animated interactions, we're fine. So I remove it entirely. Then I'm like, but I don't want to just give up quality when I could potentially get more quality. So let's back it off. So if here's where we were, like this point, and here's no leader animations, this point, somewhere in the middle, we're going to get decent frame rate and still get some leader animations, right? So I started moving it back up slowly on a bunch of different settings. I got all the way back up to where we were. In other words, the settings we were using, and it was still doing fine. So what the fuck? Like, I'm using the same settings I was yesterday, and it's working now. Explain that to me. Anyways, let's go north. Barbarian Scout and Spanish Warrior. And we want to get to the river, because I want to cross the river. Alright, we have two problems. One, there's a barb camp like directly south of us, and two, I want to build a builder. So, I think we're building builder. I think we get a boost to builders too. Like, this early production is, 25% production, I believe, for builders. We'll see in a minute. Maybe performance degrades over time. Yeah, that was one thought. The other thought was potentially, I don't use a bot right now. I use Nightbot, but Nightbot is not a bot I run locally, right? It's a program that does its stuff in Twitch without me having to worry about it. But I also thought it might be based on the number of viewers in the channel. So, we'll see. A bunch of luxuries over here. Alright, builder out. Are we getting the bonus towards the builder? We sure are. So 2 units towards... So, this bonus here, this is a really cool one to meet in the very, very super early game before you build any units. Because it applies... Out of 10 production, 2 of these are coming from the city-state. And it applies to archers, builders, and scouts, which is pretty awesome. Will I try a taller strategy? Next time I play, why can't I scroll? Next time I play Movember, I will Hideous. Movember has early neighborhoods, and early neighborhoods give you extra housing super early, and this early housing or additional housing lets you grow taller. So.
It is not wisdom, but authority that makes a law.
Alright, you guys wanted to see what we get? No, we're not going to show you. We can show you here. So here's our options, our military policies and economic policies. We have no faith generation right now, and we're going to want a pantheon. Question is, how much do we care about an early pantheon? What do we have early pantheon-wise that matters? Food off of these wouldn't be bad. We have 3 of them, and we actually have 5 plantations in the capital alone. So maybe we do want an early pantheon, because an early pantheon for 5 food would be pretty big. However, we could continue multiplying our, well, it's not a multiplying, but continue adding to our production if we went for this. So combat strength when fighting barbarians, always nice. We do have 2 scouts out. Maybe we should get double experience for recon units. I keep wanting to do this, but then not finding it very useful, whereas combat versus barbarians is almost always useful. And God King is Faith. Faith gets me a Pantheon, but I have to hold this for 25 turns or meet something with a Scout. Or I can do Urban Planning, which is production. The production is so good. I mean, that's 10% production right now. And it would be even more so if I was building a district, because we wouldn't have the bonus from the city-state. I think I'm going Urban Planning. And I think I'm going to say screw God King. I don't really like it, because it's not production. Alright, this warrior is pretty far from home, but he's just found a goodie hut. We need to get it. We need to get the goodies. See, I feel like that may not have been ideal for the scouting. Okay. We have a Civic to Tech 4. Let's put a couple turns into improve 3 tiles, because we're about to start improving some tiles. We're about to grow to Pop 3 too. This is 3 turns to growth. Let's see if we can get it down to 1 turn next turn by buying a tile. I haven't checked, but I haven't received a continent notification. So what we know is this, right? When I find another continent, it will give me a inspiration moment. So, stand on the hill, met Jerusalem. Influenced by 1 civ, envoy sent 0, so it wasn't us. Too bad. This is a faith one. So if we had met them first, we would have got our pantheon taken care of for us. Let's grab the goodie hut. Boost towards mysticism. I think mysticism was the one that is found a pantheon. Let's take a look though. I do forget that one. Mysticism is here, which is found a pantheon. So we could go very early. We could rush Oracle. But I don't really need extra great people points. Alright, what else do we have? They want me to get a great profit. Well, we can do that one day. Our builder is out. I want a slinger. I kind of want that monument. But I'm a bit worried about these barbs. And let's go ahead and purchase. So what do we need actually right now? Does it tell me what I need for 1 less? 2 surplus food. What are we actually towards our growth? Does it tell me? I think it goes 8-10, I think. But I don't know. I don't know if we're close enough or not. Alright, we'll just buy a tile and find out. Let's buy this tile. Let's work that tile. Still 2 turns until growth. Too bad. Alright. Let's go 1 tile over. We're going to improve that in a moment. Animal husbandry done.
I am fond of pigs.
How greedy do I want to be with this scouting? I want to be ultra greedy with this scouting. I want to keep scouting. Dodge his zone of control. Keep going north. Go north. Still no continent. Let's go ahead and improve the farm. There's our boost for irrigation. Building a slinger. What did we take? Did we end up taking bonus for barbs? We did. Alright. We can put a few more turns into craftsmanship. That's okay. We have to decide what we're teching for right now. Not quite ready for archers. Let's grab pottery. And manage citizens. I want to work. I don't know if we get production focus here or not. So what would be really cool is if we could get this. Let's do this for science. What if we just worked raw food here? Can we get it down to 2 turns? We can actually get this down to 2 turns on the slinger. So now it's 2 turns to complete. But if we get 2 more hammers, it's not 2 turns to complete. And we are growing. So this is a test of production focus, essentially. If my city grows to this tile and I get the hammers at the start of next turn for the new citizen, then this guy should complete on next turn. So we should be able to touch production focus here. No, there's no tech cost reduction at all, 007. I did check for that. Alright. Now it says 1 again. Fuck that. No, it didn't. So our citizen did grow, and we didn't get this finished. So no production focus. So that did not give us extra hammers. Okay. If I don't call my subscriber group the FilthyRobot, then I'm really missing out on the golden opportunity. That's true. We have Filthy's robot armies, but we have. There we go. We just met a new continent. You can tell by the inspiration. There it is, the glorious new world. All right. Hello, Rome. And he's right in the way of where I wanted to scout. Okay. What do we have? Do we have mining? We do have mining. So I want to get the stone online. I should have done stone first. There wasn't a rush to get that boost online. Our explorer has named the new continent Europe. Take Rome's capital. I know, guys. We're not doing that. We're not killing everybody this game. We want to. We always want to. I have to fight that urge. Oh god. 35 combat. Oh, this is a horseman. Why did sometimes horsemen 35 strength and sometimes 25 strength? I don't know. But they are sometimes both. Or either. So I need to run the fuck away from this guy. Right into a barb scout. Met Kabul. We got a bonus for political philosophy, which is our first government tech from having met 3 city-states. And someone else has here, which is too bad. This is again another, well, meeting them early is good, but meeting them now probably doesn't matter too much. I guess we're going to build some more units. Our first slinger is out. What was the city-state quest? I didn't look. Writer, prophet, trade route. Could send them a trade route pretty early. Alright, builder wants to cross. How come I can't cross? Sometimes the city seems... Oh, because it's a hill. Sometimes the city lets me cross rivers without taking extra costs, and sometimes it doesn't. I think I'm going to grab that monument. Unless I want to get that second slinger first, and then the monument. We are delaying our government by doing this. But we get these sweet bonuses to building these, and we haven't met any industrial city-states yet, and I'm kind of tempted to continue. And I do want to scout south. It does look like a little bit of land south. And I can't really scout with this single slinger, because a horseman will just run it over. But I can scout with like 3 slingers, because they'll fight. They'll fight for victory. Alright, first barbarian has decided that he will troll my lands. Third slinger? Yeah, let's get our third one. 3 for the archery bonus. He could attack us. Let's improve our second tile. Knowledge of masonry boosted. Awesome. And we could go improve the well, we don't have the tech yet. We could maybe soon. I don't want to put one more turn into craftsmanship. I don't want it to finish. And let's just wait a turn for the barbarian. There he comes. Oh, there's a wonder down there. Look at those yields. Those are quite nice. Might be able to clear that camp. Alright, let's work on getting our slinger kill for archery boost. And I need to put a tile online. Oh, I can't improve that actually. I can improve the jade though if I wanted. Let's scoot back that way.
I thought clay must feel happier.
I want a goody hut like that one. 20 faith I believe is enough for a pantheon. I'm beginning to like snow. Doesn't feel like the AI prioritizes scouting very highly up there. And we get more options of stuff. Alright, who's selected right now? My warrior. Let's go and see this wonder.
As it turns out,
Kilimanjaro. Look at those tiles. I'm settling that. Fuck that. That's
I
awesome.
spent 2 weeks in Tanzania talking to the people on my trip.
Yes. Knowledge of astrology boosted because we found a natural wonder. Let's get our unit kill here with the slinger. I kind of want to cross the river though. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go there and shoot. Okay, there's archery boosted. Let's go get Jade. I am going to build a monument. I want to build another builder. Alright, what techs are we getting for decreased cost? We should switch over to both of these. We're going to have 3 in a minute. But this is production towards builders. Let's go here, then there, then there. Let's go ahead and build a monument to get this faster. We're going to improve our third tile next turn. And once we do that, we can rush for the builder policy. More barbarians, quite a lot of them. Choose a pantheon because glorious 20 faith rune. We're gonna take food from it's culture. No, it's cocoa. We're gonna take food from cocoa and coffee, so we can grow nice and fat in our cities here. We have a promotion available here. Let's take range strength versus land units. purchase this tile. Or do we? We're almost irrigation. 4 turns, but I want to get this boost for improved 3 tiles. We do it this turn. There's the boost for craftsmanship. We actually just completed it. Knowledge of the wheel has advanced considerably. Why? Oh, because we built a mine.
Skill without imagination.
Alright, policy-wise, let's pull off production for everything. Build production towards builders. Keep barbarian fighting. Alright, and let's change over our citizens. We'll work that tile. It's a little bit less growth, but a little bit culture, so we can get to our next policies faster. Discover a second continent is already done. We can do that. And we already have a boost for this one, and then into there. I need another builder. I think I'm going to go monument into builder. Do I have another promotion? I do. On this, somewhere else on the slinger. Oh, the scout has one too. Let's go here and promote. It doesn't look like there's going to be much hill terrain over here, but it doesn't look like much wood terrain either. Let's take hill terrain. This feels better to me in general. There's another goody hut. We'll move adjacent to it. Then goody hut. And this slinger. How are we doing? Okay. Interesting boostar. Interesting. Well, we're going to build the Bismarck at some point in one of our games. The biggest ship available. That's the plan. Okay, beating the shit out of that slinger, because slingers suck.